Good morning, everybody. Today is an awesome day. I have an announcement to make. I have been kind of teasing about this for a little bit. This was part of the reason I started the new channel. I am going to be buying an RV and hitting the road, making my YouTube videos from the road, traveling all over the place. This is going to be awesome. Now, here's the thing. I'm not quite ready to do it yet. But today I am meeting up with someone who has been doing this for the past 3 years. He is a YouTuber and he documents some of his travels on his channel. His channel is called Paddy, Wagon Travels, and his name is Patrick. You might remember me bringing him up a little while ago when I did the 10-question challenge. And that challenge was actually put out there for people who travel in their RVs. I still did the challenge. I answered all the questions the best I could, but that's who I'm going to meet today. I'm really excited. Wanted to meet him for a while. This is something I've been thinking about doing for a long time, and I've been watching videos on YouTube for probably about 7 years now on RV living and stealth camper vans and all kinds of things like that. You know, Adam the Woo lived in his van for a while. He eventually bought an RV, a Class C, a Majestic. And it's just something that I've wanted to do for so long that I know that it is definitely something that I am going to do. I finally made the decision to do it. I just have a lot of things I need to prepare. And so I wanted to announce it now because this channel is going to be where I'm going to be documenting all this stuff. So even though I have a long way before I can do it, I wanted to kind of put it out there now, you know, and reach out to some people who have done this. Some people in the RV community who can give me tips and tricks and, you know, answers to any questions I may have, or answers to questions I don't even know I have. But right now we're going to meet Patrick. I'm really excited. I'm going to interview him a little bit, ask him just some basic questions, and get some footage of his RV. And I will probably take a picture of myself standing in front of it for the thumbnail of this video. So we'll be there in just a few minutes, and then we'll jump over to Patrick. Okay guys, today I am here with Patrick from Paddy Wagon Travels. So awesome to meet him today. He took me out for steak and it was delicious. Oh, listen to this. I had to order 2 sides. So I guess I didn't have to order them, but it was, what was it? Oh, broccoli and cheese.
Broccoli and cheese.
And when they brought this plate, in fact, I took a picture of it and I'll insert it in here so you can see it. I mean, if ever you think you didn't have enough of the side, they brought me 2 of them. So absolutely enormous, but it was delicious, and thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. It's great to spend the day with you, Nate.
Yeah, this has been so much fun. We drove around, and I've told some stories about here in Massillon where I grew up, and we went over to where I worked as a nurse, and Patrick is a nurse here as well. Not here, but he's a nurse. And yeah, just drove around a little bit. We'd done a lot of talking and stuff, just hanging out, having fun. So I thought that what I would do is ask him some questions here about like living on the road, because he lives in his RV here. This is a Class C, and you've had what, 3 different kinds?
I've had a Class A, a 26-foot Winnebago Sightseer, and then I've also had a travel trailer, which was a 2016 or 2017 Heritage Glen by Forest River, and then the 2018 Fleetwood Surge.
And the travel trailer, that's the one you pull behind?
It is.
Okay, and the first one you said, the Class A, that was also one that you drive?
It's one you drive. It's a motorhome.
Okay. What is the biggest difference, I mean, between that Class A and this one? Because you said that one was a 26-foot?
Yeah, that was 26-foot, but it's your physical presence in the driving area. You know, if you look, when you give everybody the tour and you look at the cab of the Class C, which is the 2018 Surge, it's compact. You feel like you're driving a truck. Okay. Whereas with the Class A, you feel like you're driving a bus. And
okay.
Some people like that. People who've been truck drivers before, whatnot, they like that because it's something they're used to.
Yeah.
But for people who haven't driven, you know, that size before, it tends to be a little bit overwhelming.
Okay. Yeah, I know that for myself. Like when I was looking at anything that was described as Class A, that I was thinking, man, you'd have to learn that.
Yeah, you would. And that's the thing with the Class A, you really need a lot of drive time. You know, I need a lot of drive time anyway because I tend to be one of those super vigilant drivers, especially with an RV. I mean, this is your house. This is everything that you have is in this thing. So I like to be very careful, and I also like to be very comfortable driving.
Like, what made you decide in the first place to get an RV and just hit the road?
I'm a restless soul. I'm a nomad at heart. I love getting out and seeing new places. I get bored real easy, and so it was basically a no-brainer for me to get out and explore the country. When I saw other people doing this by watching YouTube videos, I was fascinated.
Right.
And I would come home from work and I'd be like getting on YouTube and watching people do this, and there were so many YouTubers that were inspiring me. And many of which I've met now physically in person. I've met them.
Right.
And they inspired me. And the funny thing is, I started my YouTube channel, Paddy, Wagon Travels, actually just for the kids because I have 3 kids.
Okay.
And then suddenly, it was supposed to be for them to see me, traveling the country. And then all of a sudden, I started seeing, 25 people, 35 people, 55 people. And I'm like, unless my kids have their friends subscribing to my channel, people are actually watching this, But I did it because I needed a change in my life. My kids were grown up, and I wanted to have some additional freedom.
And I was going to ask you about that too, your YouTube channel. Is this the only channel you have for Paddy Wagon Travels?
Yes.
Okay. And so when you started that, you started just for your kids so they could see you on the road.
Yes.
So you didn't even really have intent to just document where you were going for any other purpose.
No, just for them.
That's cool. That's cool. Because I love what it has turned into.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
And it's from my family as well. And now my family does watch, and that's exciting.
Yeah.
Along with 2,500 other people.
Right. And that's kind of what I've been going through as well. Like how you explain it, you come home and you watch all these other videos of other people doing it. And I've been watching these things for like 7 years, and I'm just like, I finally am at this point where like, okay, yes, I'm definitely doing it. I have to do this no matter what. If I were to be laying on my deathbed, I would be thinking, why did I not ever do that? So
I gotta share that thought with you.
Okay.
When I purchased the Class A, I put a lot of money into repairs, and I got to a point where I literally thought, I'm running out of money, and so I don't know if I can do this. And I was telling my one son, I said, I don't think I can do it. I said, but here's what's driving me. When I'm laying on my deathbed saying, I wish I had took the risk and just went.
Yeah.
And so I did. I took the risk and went. And 3 years later, it's paid off. I've traveled well over 7,000 miles across the country, west, east, north. Here I'm in Ohio.
Yeah.
So it's been worth it.
Yeah. Okay. So out of the 3 that you've had, which one would you say was your best choice? Which one did you?
Definitely this one.
Okay. And would you say that like all around, or are there things about the other ones that you preferred?
Yeah. I mean, there's things about each of them that I prefer. The motorhomes, which are the Class A and the Class C, are rugged. They're well built, well constructed. It feels solid when you're in it.
Yeah.
The travel trailer felt kind of flimsy. It was a hyperlight, so it was flimsy, but it had bigger bathroom space. It had a little bit more common space, a little bit more counter space, whereas the motorhomes didn't have that. But the motorhomes had better closet space, and the motorhomes had quicker mobility. With the travel trailer, you had to hook it up, you had to, do all the different things for the hookup. With the motorhomes, you put everything away and you're on the road.
Right. Yeah. And with the travel trailer also, because I've been reading about like levelers and that.
Yes.
That's just with those. I mean, you don't have to use any kind of levelers in here, do you?
You do.
Okay.
This particular motorhome does not come with a leveler. So
Okay.
I have my own little level blocks that I'll drive up on if I need to level out, because the refrigerator it's an RV refrigerator, has to be level.
Okay.
Because the
that makes
ammonia,
sense. Yeah.
the ammonia, which is the coolant, if it's off level, it might burn out the elements in the refrigerator. So you have to be level. Like right now, though, we're sitting very level. You don't feel off level, do you?
No.
Right.
And is there something in here that lets you know when you're level, or you literally use a level?
I literally use a level.
All right. Hey, I mean that's a good question right there. You know. Yeah,
it's perfect up and down.
Oh, that is pretty amazing. That's funny because I mean, I wouldn't have thought to ask that before, you know.
Yeah.
But just thinking about it, I would expect there to just be something, you know, as part of the rig.
Right now we're leaning a little bit this way, but if I were to stay here, this slide would go out and it would bring us to level. So
okay.
I wouldn't have to put anything down.
Yeah. And speaking of the slides, do you like that? I mean, is that if you were to buy another one right now?
Yes.
You would get another one with slides?
I would. When this slide goes out, it expands the size of this room by this much.
Right.
And it doesn't feel like that much right now, but when it's out, you're like, wow.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah. I mean, I think that's all the questions I can think of.
Yeah.
Like right at the moment, just things off the top of my head. It's let me learn a little bit more about you, you know, and your own little journey here and that. And, you know, I took some video in here. Well, no, actually I didn't because for some reason my camera screwed up. So I'm going to take a few shots in here without getting too personal in their space. But I did want to say thank you to you for everything today. This has been
my pleasure.
So fun. And I'm so glad that you drove 3 hours down here to meet me. I mean, that blows me away. That's so awesome.
I am an avid Nate in the Morning YouTube watcher and you know, and all the other pursuits that you do. So keep it up, keep up the great work, and you know, I'm going to be a watcher for a long time. So.
Awesome. Okay, guys. Well, I'm going to get these shots in here, and I think I got a couple shots outside, but if not, I'll get them. And I'm going to link Patrick's channel. It's Paddy Wagon Travels. I'll link it in the description below, and I will put a link at the end of this video. So thank you for watching, guys, and it was just awesome meeting this guy. We'll see you later. Peace. Okay, guys, so this is the cockpit down here, and I gotta say I love it because it is so cozy looking. Like when I step back like this, you can just see there's a little bedroom up there, and there is the cozy little cockpit. I love it. So like I said, here's a bedroom up here. This is about a full-size bed, 32-inch TV in there, but there is so much space up here. So much more than I ever imagined I would see when I came in here. Curtains that slide over, and I know that every one of these is going to be different, but I was just really amazed when I came in here. One thing that I will be looking for when I look for my own will be something with a little bit more counter space than this, I think, because obviously you have to give up some things to have others, but this one here has so much space. I mean, I'm not going to open the cupboards, you know, they got their own stuff in there, but I mean literally they are this deep, and that might not look huge, but it really is inside here. Microwave, oven, cooktop, fridge, and a freezer, and there's not a whole ton of space in here. I'll go ahead and show you in here. I gotta figure out how to open these things. Oh, right there. Something like that. See, there's not a ton of space in there, but there's enough. And it's the same thing with the fridge here. You see how deep it is there? There's plenty of room to put stuff in there. This over here, they actually had another seat. It was like a dinette, you know, a little table, another seat there. But they're getting ready to build an office space here because he works from his RV. We've got more storage up here. This closet, look how deep this thing is. It's that deep, it goes all the way back. It's absolutely huge. Of course, we got another bed back here, a little sink. Bathroom is in here. And for a bigger guy, that's going to be a tight squeeze. But like I said, you have to give up some things in order to have others. So some of them have a slide where the bed is. This one does not. So obviously, bathroom has to take a little bit of that space. But I really like it in here, and it just makes me look more forward to getting my own. So I'm going to get a couple of shots outside, and then I'm going to get out of their hair and let them get back to their life here.